Welcome into episode 29. What are we playing again? Of the Two-Headed Serpent. An epic action-packed glow-spanning campaign for Pop Cthulhu published by Chaosium.
Yep.
My name is Dave, and I am the keeper. The three gentlemen who should have stopped at cheese biscuits, for goddamn sakes, are Joseph, Michael, and Curtis. There.
And in case you're wondering, we are Actual Play Entertainment.
Did I not say that part?
You might have missed that part.
All right, well, that's perfect. Well, if you're on episode 29, you know who we are.
Yeah.
It was a good launch. We're 2024 is here, and we stumbled into it a little bit, but we're rolling.
2024, fast and loose. That's our motto this year. We're just going to let her rip, man.
Just
see what
fast.
happens.
I love it. No prep.
Throw it against the wall, see what sticks. Fuck it.
Yeah, that's the best part anyways, man. That's how shit goes.
That's how we do it.
Yeah.
We're here to play games, not make podcasts.
That's right. Inviting people to our table. All right. Well, everyone's doing good? Everyone's ready? Excited?
Yeah.
Does anyone remember where we left off? I suppose it was a pretty important part.
Flying through the air.
Flying through the air in your new transport spheres.
Magic serpent people bubbles.
I feel like we just won. Like, we just won the game, right?
Well, I don't know about
like, we have flying spheres.
We jumped the shark.
Like, it's over.
Any cooler from this
can't.
point.
We jumped the volcano.
We won.
We're
ahead of
pretty
any other technology on Earth. We could make millions of dollars with our flying
Is that
spheres.
the campaign that's the
We're
turn it's
done.
going to take? Did you guys decide to say fuck it all and try to manufacture these spheres, become multi-billionaires,
Yeah, we're just going to be industrialists.
innovative leaders through the world?
Yeah.
And then one of these serpent people will take over the world and destroy you and crumble your empire to the ground, I guess. But it's up to the players. Small detail.
We still haven't gotten away. I would like to see what comes out of this volcano.
I would too, but I want to do it from a very, very safe distance because Maynard is quite literally clinging to life right now with no luck to back him up in any way at all.
You've got one luck.
Yeah, one hard
I have-
turn in
I
that
have
sphere.
2 luck and 1 hit point,
Wow.
which is starting to feel like a comfortable zone for me. It's a familiar place to be, yet a little too close to death for my liking.
When's the last
Wow.
time you were in double digis health? Like episode 1?
When was the last time we were in New York?
Okay, all right.
Oh, maybe 2 times ago in New York. We had to go on a quick trip to Iceland without really taking time to recover, so I probably left town with 6 or 8 hit points.
Which is,
And then
your
before that
comfort
was
zone.
about a minute into episode 1.
Yeah.
Before Head Wound Harry.
Yeah, I think I was down to half my hit points from a spider bite before we'd even met those lizard dogs in the jungle or whatever they were.
Oh, man.
Alligator dogs?
Alligator dogs,
Yeah,
baby.
Alligator dogs.
Alligator dogs, indeed. All right, well, let's get into it. Let's open the scene with Dr. Lucian Saunders in his own transport sphere, leg room, stretching out.
Roomy.
It is roomy compared to the other transport sphere with Maynard Clayton trying to focus and control the sphere while Rust Shields clings to him. I believe you were a little scared at first, holding on. Let go of me, I can't see.
I don't remember that. That's not accurate.
Could we get a brief window into the inner monologue of Russ, actually, while we're both crammed into
That's
this
pretty good.
escape pod and I'm flying it
As
together?
it shoots out of the volcano up into the sky. What is going through Russ's head?
I'm going to die. This is the day I die. I don't mind dying in a sphere with Maynard. He's a good guy. Is he, though? Actually, I don't know if I like Maynard.
When was the last time my face
He's looking up at him, just thinking.
Trying to reach for his cheek.
No, he's not much of a threat right now. I'll forget about that for now.
Aw, he almost likes me.
Is that the closest Rust is to liking anyone?
Maynard's
yeah.
covered in
He'd
blood.
never.
He likes you slightly more than a can of beans.
The can of bean scale.
More than
That's a
can of beans?
compliment.
It is.
That is a compliment.
Definitely is a compliment. Are you guys racing? I believe you guys came out of the volcano, kind of got accustomed, flew around each other, and then you even feel the vibrations in your sphere up in the sky, and you move back a little bit as the volcano erupts, sending a plume of smoke and lava and rock and ash into the sky. Everything is black and cloudy, and you can't see much, but you see like massive tidal waves get pushed away. It was a huge eruption. You guys are in the sky quite a ways away from it, and you could still even feel it and watch the ground.
I
just
imagine there's
tear
like
apart.
a shock wave. You guys have probably seen like the videos of those eruptions
Yeah.
like over the water.
Mhm.
It's probably like racing through the sky. The clouds are like kind of getting pushed away
Totally.
as it's getting closer to us. Oh man.
And then
that's
the
awesome.
shockwaves comes to you and knocks your sphere back a bit, and you guys kind of get
Yeah,
oriented
it's like
itself. Yeah.
That's wicked.
Cool. Do the tidal waves seem like they're huge and like heading for the mainland, or are these just like major shock waves that are kind of rippling out from this explosion that'll die out?
No, that's going to be massive tsunamis, especially on the coast. Let's see. I believe, where are we? In Iceland, side of Greenland,
England, Ireland,
Yeah.
Canada.
Norway, that whole,
Not Labrador.
oh, Labrador. But no, it looks like it's just going to be, it's a massive, massive disaster. That
Damn.
I suppose you guys are partially responsible for.
Whoa,
Probably in
whoa,
shock.
whoa,
Just
whoa.
what? Excuse me.
Responsible.
Oh, rude.
We just saved our own lives.
I think we saved the world.
Do you guys race away in your spheres? You kind of circle around it. It is very dark. There's ash. I suppose it would somewhat settle, but the sky is it's pretty dark right now. You guys are in your spheres in the air. Now, I suppose, what do you guys do? What's going through your heads?
For the record, there is no 3-mile tall golem that was spoken of earlier that's crawling out of the volcano and stomping around, or
You try to get in for a closer look with all of the ash and dirt, and you come ripping by. You don't see any giant golem creature. You see the land like torn apart, like earthquakes. The volcano is like blown half the side off. There's lava pouring down. Like, it looks like that whole area where the volcano was and everything around it has just been annihilated.
Oh.
and if we can get
Interesting.
close enough, does the magma look like it's slowing down? Is it still super active and blowing up everywhere, or does it seem like it's we're like after the event now?
Probably the major part of the event, there would still be some eruptions and explosions, but there's no evidence of a giant 3-mile golem humanoid creature.
So what the hell
Roaming.
were you looking at on the monitor then?
Yeah,
Like,
You were
I feel like
looking at a
Lucian would
3-mile
stay.
giant golem creature.
I feel like Lucian would stay. Like, he would
Maynard wants to
for
stay
like
too.
at least half an hour until like things are settling and nothing's coming out of that hole. I don't think Lucian can leave without knowing.
Are we able to communicate from pod to pod?
No, remember we're doing like hand signals.
Oh, yeah, right. Maynard, do you think that we maybe sabotaged the golem? Like, do you think Caduceus or the Serpent people were trying to bring it back to life and we somehow interrupted that and caused a catastrophic explosion?
So you're saying we might actually be responsible for saving millions of people
Exactly
from
what
this
I'm
golem?
saying.
It's an interesting take. I like that. I think it's entirely possible. I mean, we saw the thing on the imaging, unless they just created some fake scientific looking instruments with an image on the screen to fool us. Why else would that be there?
Well, you would think that the scientists were there to monitor the devices, like the machinery, and keep them
Right.
You know, you got to keep the needle in the green, and we prevented them from, doing that. And
So that means we got here ahead of Caduceus and stopped whatever Rose was doing. We've messed with the plans of both heads of the Serpent. I feel like this was a great success. What do you think? Are we assuming too much here?
no, I think we've done good here.
We're heroes.
Yep.
Maynard attempts
mined
to
that
sign
over. Yeah.
to Lucian. We're heroes.
Lucian
no,
would be.
I can't hear you. You makes no sense at all. Damn it, when is this thing coming out? I want to see it. I must see it.
what do you guys end up? So, okay, so now what happens? Lucian, you're bombing around. Maynard, Russ having a conversation, checking things. Nothing comes out, and it looks like you guys can stay there for hours, and you don't see anything come out of the ground. You just see more.
Mm-hmm. Well, we did our due diligence then. We made sure that nothing was coming out. I think we're safe, other than we might have caused catastrophic tsunamis, earthquakes, and damage from a erupting volcano.
How's that village looking down at the bottom of the volcano?
It's a hole in the ground now.
Oh, darn it.
Yeah.
What was her name again?
I can't
No one
remember.
remembers her name.
Broomhilda?
It was
Brunhilde.
Brunhilde.
And her brother. Her
Eric.
brother.
Yeah.
Gwenhilder, maybe?
Gunhilder.
Probably made it back.
Gunhilder.
Brunhilda.
That's probably made it back. He had state-of-the-art Jeep.
First of its kind.
One of a
First
kind.
of its kind, man.
Can we see?
He invented.
Can we see the Jeep?
The Jeep would be worldwide if you guys didn't blow him up in a fucking earthquake.
Oh, that's what we should do. Let's get a factory going somewhere quiet and start producing Jeeps. They will take over the world.
They got these transport spheres. So yeah, let's work on Jeeps.
We put back Jeep development by 7 years.
Yeah, 100%. Just altering humanity right now.
You know, if we just got rid of our 1920s clothing and put on white robes and then just floated into Times Square, people would think we were gods.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Interesting twist.
It would be an interesting twist. This will be interesting. It'll take like a turn. It'll go into the government kidnapping you and dissecting you in a lab somewhere. That'll be fun.
Okay.
There is an angle to that is probably safer than just going back to New York City, because if we just go home to check on our stuff, that's the first place that both factions of the Two-Headed Serpent are going to look for us. If they haven't already killed our friends and family, they're watching them.
Rose did talk about the horrible things.
I don't have friends or family, so your point is, Maynard?
I got Mrs. Chan, but that's it.
Where are we going to park these things? Like,
Do you guys hang out for a while? I assume you head back to New York?
oh, maybe we just put them down in a field somewhere and reconvene and figure out a game plan. That's probably what we do, is my guess.
Yeah, let's just fly somewhere nice, some private lookout in a gorgeous place, and confer with Dr. Lucian.
Mm-hmm.
Which somewhere
I would like to get
local?
some first aid, actually. Yeah, let's say somewhere in Iceland, but far away.
Okay, so you guys go somewhere that's out of the distance, that's safe, that's isolated. You guys land your spheres and get out and actually have a conversation.
Yeah, I think that makes
so.
sense.
Why in the world, if we come here, we need to go back. We need to know what's coming out of that hole.
Well, we wanted to make a plan with you, Doc. We weren't 100% sure what to do. You want to stay and continue watching the hole?
Oh, I don't know. I suppose if I'm honest, in the time it's taken us to get here, I realized that even if we were to come out of the hole, seeing it might be my last act on Earth, so perhaps best that we're here after all. What do you gents want to do?
Well, I think there's a high likelihood that we actually stopped that golem from coming alive. There's no way it survived that massive volcanic eruption.
So you're suggesting that the volcano may have actually exterminated the or creature, whatever
Yes.
it was?
Yeah.
I suppose that could be the case, actually. I hadn't thought
Well,
about
why
that.
didn't it come out? You'd think it would have come out of that hole. How long were we floating there for? Hours?
It felt like minutes. Felt like mere moments of my life waiting to see such a creature.
Would you guys like to do a luck
we can
recovery while you're kind of reconvening, having I almost consider it like a short rest? Do you guys want to do your luck
I think
recovery?
we're all good for luck, actually. Hey, Maynard, we're good.
I'm going to actually take advantage of that.
I am too.
All right, this is where Maynard's special character skills pay off. Here, I get an extra 1d.
Now you have to roll over the luck to get it, right?
Yeah, or else you get less. You get some either way, but if you fail your luck roll, you get more. So,
God
Kurt,
damn it, I made it.
how did you
My
make?
current luck is 2, so wish me luck, boys.
If you roll a 1, it'll be the funniest thing that ever happened.
Oh, a 10 came up on the dice and my heart sunk a little bit. I rolled a 15, which normally would be the low roll that I needed to get something, but that is way over my luck.
Yeah, I rolled over too.
Perfect.
So I get
So you get
1d10
two
plus 5,
D10
and
recovery?
you guys get 2d10 plus 10.
2d10 plus 10?
Why do you only get one,
'Cause
Dr. Lucian?
I succeeded.
Oh, okay.
It's 2d10
so I get
plus,
the 2 normal.
2d10 plus 20. And
Right.
1d10 plus 5.
Okay.
Perfect.
That's not what it says on my
And
Hulk Cthulhu cheat sheet.
Shut up.
Oh, yeah, that's what I got on mine.
Shut up.
We go by my cheat sheet.
All right.
I get 32.
Is yours are you looking at a Cthulhu cheat sheet or a pulp?
The pulp cheat
20.
sheet that you gave us right in the beginning.
Well, that's what I'm looking at too. Yeah,
You gave
2d10
us
plus
2.
20. Did I give you 2?
There's 2 different ones, I believe. Yeah.
Huh.
Luck increase. On a fail, 1d10 plus 5.
Luck
Not a
recovery. What mine's called.
Ah, mine's different.
Yeah, we'll go by mine.
Let's go by yours.
hey, Doc, you got your first aid kit on you?
Always, of course. Oh my god, look at you. You're covered in
Oh.
wounds. Come here.
I'm leaking a little bit from a few places.
I believe you referred to yourself as a blood sprinkler in episode 1.
I believe that's correct.
Having some flashbacks.
That's a
Straight out of the forehead.
successful first aid roll. 70 under 80
Nice.
Very
for
nice.
2
Very
hit
nice.
points.
Thank you.
And then,
2.
Oh, that's
now,
that's
now
better.
that the bleeding stopped, let's try and treat these wounds. Oh, shit. Sorry, man. A 96 over 80.
Ooh.
God, have you ever wrapped a bandage around a shoulder before, Doc?
Don't even know where to begin. My god, the wounds all blend into one another. Oh, shit. I may have made that one bigger. I'd better stop.
I better stop. So you guys are on somewhere remote and isolated, having your little conversation, trying to figure out what's next. Have you guys come to any sort of conclusion?
What do you want to do now?
What do you think about going home? I think we would all like to go home. My concern is that we'll all immediately be murdered.
The
good
upside to that, though, Maynard, is that the people that want to murder us are there for us to then murder ourselves.
Murder inception.
And we know as well that a great number of Caduceus resources are actually on their way to this island at this moment. So it could be
Yeah, they're after us in
That's right.
Iceland.
So
We
it
could catch them with their pants
could
down.
be a good time actually to go back to New York. to
You
avoid-
wouldn't even think that they know that you've went there.
Yeah, they didn't come for us. They came for the facility.
You know that both.
They came to stop Rose, though, right?
Well, one thing you do know that both the Inner and Caduceus are searching for a source of power to get to the lost continent of Mu. So perhaps they were trying to harness the volcano as a source of power. Maybe they did know that Inner was there and they had to go stop them. Who knows? But all you know is that the Inner is or was there, and Caduceus is on their way. You guys got there first.
I feel like the volcano was one of the sources of power, and we've thwarted it. I don't know. Dave's being oddly quiet about that.
Well, who's there to
Yeah, who can actually confirm or
confirm
deny that?
Yeah, Rose Meadham comes out. You confirmed. Then leaves. No, there's no one there.
Wait, come back.
I think Russ has confirmed that he's a hero already.
Is he standing a little taller? Chest out a little bit more?
He's standing
Hands on his
like, Superman, overlooking the field and the mountains.
Dirty
in the
trench coat
background.
blowing in the wind.
Yeah, blowing in the wind like a rip
The
off.
big ash cloud in the background.
The
Russ is
tsunami
treating
wave
himself to a
coming to
can
the
of-
shore.
Russ is going to treat himself to a can of beans with bacon when he gets back to New York.
Yeah,
Nice.
he's earned it.
Or a can of Maynard, as he's calling it now.
Can of Maynard. What?
I don't
You
get
said
that.
You like it
That's
better
gross.
than a can of beans? No? All right. Too far.
Too far.
Russ,
Not too far.
Russ, were you-
This makes no sense.
Russ, were you injured at all? Do you have any wounds? Should I treat those?
Yes, I was wounded.
All right. Well, here you go. Here's some bandages, at least. Stop the bleeding.
I don't.
It's
He's kind of.
Four hit
I'm
points
not
for
sure if I really want you touching me, but
Stop it. Quit moving around so much. You're making this even harder.
I saw what you did with Maynard there.
Maynard's an impossibility to work on. The man's a walking corpse. You, on the other hand. Simple enough. Here's another
The
hit.
man's a walking corpse.
5 total.
Wow. Oh, yeah. You actually did a good job there.
When
Wow.
you say it like that's something remarkable to say. Given the circumstances, I'm on the side of a mountain in Iceland. It's a pretty fair bit of work, I would say.
20.
If we don't go back to New York, where would we go? We don't know how far these things will even take us.
Do you think they would survive a trip into space?
Now is not the time to visit the moon and see if it's made of
Right.
cheese, Russ.
Right. Maybe one day, though. Eh?
Well, maybe one day. It does sound...
I know
so
Maynard would come with me.
I'd check it out.
Maynard's like, yeah, I'm in. That sounds great.
But-
If Doc can get 1 or 2 more of those bandages around my shoulders, I'd be ready to go to space.
So where would the staff be right now? Is it it's with Lucian? Like,
Yeah, it's slung across my back, wrapped up in a blanket.
yeah, that's right. It's got a blanket. Always wrapped in a blanket, slung over your back.
It's got to stay warm. I mean,
I imagine it's on your front.
no.
It's not like, so you're not always looking at it, checking on it?
No, but I feel its weight on my back. It's comforting.
Fucking staff.
Like, you know, your mummy's there, watching your back.
I believe your mummy said she wanted it back and she's going to come
Quit
and get
calling
it.
her that. It's not my mummy. She's a noble goddess, and we're trying to help her
It's a noble
in...
goddess.
Oh, how
That's
does
not much better.
Does
Right,
Lucian like
that's
it
great,
when Russ laughs when you mention that? He laughed
Oh.
at you about that.
Russ is a heathen. He wouldn't understand. Glimpse into a greater world that I've seen.
Well, I'm getting kind of hungry, and I don't see any food up on this hillside.
It's got a 9-hour drive, a 9-hour
We
flight
need to,
to New York.
like, how fast do these spheres go? Like,
I believe they're 300 miles an hour, like 0 to 300 instantly too. If you didn't have that like fluid in there, you would just basically paste yourself from the centrifugal force and the G-force. If it's spinning around, you'd be toasted.
While we have these, is there any advantage to going anywhere else? I remember at one point Caduceus wanted to send us to Oklahoma. We could fly directly to South America and try and scout for this lost island of Mu in these. Or do we need to return to New York?
I don't know. I do kind of want to go to New York, but I don't know. What do we think our next move is going to be? We don't really have anything. We're only going to find more information in New York, I would think, but that could be wrong.
Connor says that he's going to get more info and find out what's going on.
Okay, Connors is a source of info. I am curious about what happened in Oklahoma. I do feel like we missed something already, but
We also
Dave?
had a whole bunch of materials like maps and things that we still could go over and see if there's any more information to be gleaned out of them.
Yep.
how do we get in and out of these spheres?
It's a good question. It doesn't really detail it.
door.
How do you picture it? There's obviously some sort of door. What maybe that?
I figured it like a membrane that you just kind of go like
Oh, that's cool.
awesome.
I like it. Let's roll with
into,
that.
but
Yeah. Okay. So you kind of like push your way out of it, and it births.
That's what I
It
was-
births you.
every time. It's the
Every
best
time.
part of it.
Yeah, it's the part that feels the best.
Climbing in and out is the best. Russ is just getting in.
Yeah, getting in and out. Strips down naked, gets in and gets out.
Whoa, Russ,
It's-
stop it.
It feels really
What are
good.
you doing?
That's not happening right now.
You're going to catch
Don't-
hypothermia like that.
Don't roleplay my character.
my bad. My bad.
But Russ is curious. He is kind of going into it, and then he's kind of trying to see if he can hang out of it while aiming a gun. He's trying to see if he can hold on to the inside and like a helicopter,
Yeah, like the side
hatch.
Right.
Yeah, he's just like,
and then somebody punches the throttle while your body's half out and it just rips the top half off of your body.
it's not that fast.
0 to 300 and nothing?
Nothing. Yeah, well, don't punch it right away, Maynard.
That would rip you in half. Well, I'm just learning how to drive,
ease
so you better be
into it.
careful.
Think slow thoughts.
What's your pilot sphere skill at?
It's shut up. It's high. Okay, that's all you need to know is that
Super
Maynard's really good on it. It's your POW, I think, right?
You control it with
Isn't
your
it?
POW, yeah.
So Maynard's, yeah.
So pretty good then.
What's yours, Mike?
It's fine.
What's your POW?
It's fine, thank you. It's just where it needs to be. Relax. Don't you remember? I think it took me 1 or 2 tries to actually get it going.
Yeah, I was like, oh man, Mike's gonna die in here. Lucian's gonna get killed if he can't get the sphere going.
Yeah.
You would if Rust was flying it. You would definitely die.
Yeah, you're smart. You climbed in with Maynard.
Yeah.
All right, fellas. You guys are having your little picnic on the in the forest.
Let's go back to New York. Let's go back.
If we go back, I think we could take some of the new material that we've collected over the last little while and cross-reference it with some of the old stuff that my grandfather had in his library, and maybe we come up with something that we didn't figure out before. We could also sort of try to connect with some occult-type secret societies, mediums in New York City to maybe try to find something.
We can connect with Connors. We can connect with
Connors.
We could look for Rose. Meet him. I bet she's in New York. I bet she's right under the nose, Caduceus. We saw her there previously.
I don't trust Rose. I feel like Rose would kill us if she saw it.
No, yeah, the whole point with Rose would be to kill her, right?
I kind of want to know more information. I feel like there's more she can tell, but you're right. She doesn't.
Yeah,
want to
Lucian
share.
wants to be friends with Rose. We got to be careful.
Only to gain information. I don't want anything to do with the woman.
And then we kill
Are you
her.
sure about that? And she I thought she was like your consolation prize if your mommy doesn't want you back.
Listen here, Maynard. That's the last time that I'll brook that sort of talk.
It's not the last time.
Not
it's
you
totally
too,
not.
Russ. Oh, that's funny.
I'll show you both right now. Takes out his gun, points it. Let's go back.
Okay, let's go back. Can we enter the city with these things? We're just gonna fly right in there and land them on the roof of my building and just hope nobody finds them.
You
Throw
know
a
what we
blanket
could
over
do is we could wait for some bad weather. You know, we can hide in the clouds.
Okay.
You know,
Wait for
I'm
a
sure
cloudy
this
night?
time of year the fog is heavy in the morning, New York. So we could just hover down
I love
in
that.
the morning.
I love that. A foggy harbor. Pull up to a dock
Yeah.
and just like right at water level, just hop out onto a dock.
Okay.
Then what do you
Or
do?
on
Do you
top
just
of a
fucking
building.
you just moor it at the docks? Pay a docking fee? You just fucking
tie it up.
you come slurping out of it and you're like, here. How much is 2 months
a
mooring?
nickel.
No one
Yeah.
sees us because it's foggy.
But what do you do after you leave? You just fucking peace out and leave it there floating on the water?
No, we have to store these somewhere
suppose.
safe. Like, what
Where can we
about?
keep them?
Well, is there anywhere? Do you have a backyard in your?
Lucian's got a
Here's
backyard.
A backyard. What am I, a millionaire?
I actually kind of thought you were. Don't you
What?
have this
Isn't
like
he?
big
No,
swanky
No,
pad?
Maynard, isn't he a millionaire?
$100,000, but I'm not a millionaire.
You do have a backyard though, because earlier when you got to staff, you
Yeah,
found
right.
snakes
You
all
were
through your
like-
backyard.
Yeah, they were spying on us in the backyard.
We put these in your garden shed?
Certainly, let's do that.
We could cover them with
Of
some
course, I have a garden.
blankets, like some canvas.
Yeah, okay. So he's got a little orchard in his backyard. Park him under some fucking
Yeah.
trees.
No,
We'll figure it
we'll
out.
put it in the garden shed, as has been established, is there, and under a large top, which we've also established is there. That's exactly what
And we'll have your man Heathcliff. He can.
Heathcliff can
keep
go
an eye
on
on
with his
them.
life when he's not driving us around. Yes.
Oh, you gotta get him to learn how to drive a sphere now.
Oh, no. Heathcliff couldn't be trusted with one of these.
I don't
Scottish.
think.
With
I
a
don't think he's got the
with
power
a mental
for it.
fortitude like his, he'll have no problem.
Russ is gonna go climb into one of the spheres and kind of hang out. Come on, fellas, let's go.
All right, let's go. Maynard, you lead.
All right. You jumping in with me again, Russ?
He's already waiting.
Yeah. All right. I like.
And if
Into
Saunders
slurp-
tries
slurp
to
your
get
way
into
in.
that one that he's in, he gets out and goes into the other.
No, Lucian wants to be in his own. He's just fine, thanks. You guys can cuddle for 9 hours.
Last one to New York's a rotten egg, and then I hit 300, and I'm gone.
Feel it. So does everyone? So you guys wait for the cover of fog, find a nice time, and everyone's going to Lucian Saunders.
I think that's the safe bet.
That's the plan.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
But we'll come down slowly and just keep an eye out. See if there's any parked cars that we don't trust. And
At least these things are clear and silent, so it's not like we're flying in like a UFO or something.
well, if it's clear, then they see you. Just kind of like, zzz, so I don't know. I don't see them as very conspicuous. I find them very. I think it'd be very obvious that. That's weird.
And especially because Russ is standing like Superman, like out the front, like
With Maynard, like a bloody corpse, fucking piloting the thing with his mind. No, that's fucked up, man. People are gonna be like, "What the
eyes
shit
closed.
is that?"
I have 3 hit points now, guys. I do not look like a corpse anymore.
Yeah, you look great.
You live
So,
forever.
but seriously though, should we stop somewhere and make up some disguises so that we can completely fuck with Heathcliff when we land these things in the backyard?
No, let's just get back.
No? No, somebody's probably going to get shot. You're right.
As the keeper, I'm not going to go too hard on you guys. If you get, like you said, you've planned for a nice cover, a fog, day break, whatever. If you guys want to zip in and get to Lucian's place,
Mhm.
I'm not gonna
That's what we're doing.
bust your balls.
We did it
about
already.
Yeah. Okay.
we did it already. It's done.
Yeah.
It's done.
So
In the
so
shed.
now you've.
Tarp over top them. Done.
Okay. Keith,
Threw some dead leaves up on top.
as you come out, you do see Heathcliff like looking out the windows to see you guys, and he seems happy to see you.
Lucian gives him a wave. Not too big of a wave, but a small wave.
He looks relieved and annoyed at the same time, which is probably what you'd expect. All right, into Lucian's place. What do you guys? We don't have to roleplay every second here. You guys are back in New York. What's everybody's kind of plans? Okay, well, let's just start with Russ. So you found yourself back in New York. You guys start at Lucian's. You staying there? Are you guys splitting up?
I don't think Russ, he's not leaving these guys' side anymore. Like, I think he knows he's safer in a group. Plus, we have the spheres now, so that's nice.
Yep.
But I think Rush literally just wants to kill everybody at Caduceus. He doesn't want anybody like lurking in the shadows anymore. He's tired of being paranoid, and he wants this done and over with as soon as possible.
Oh, nice.
He has like a vendetta out for everybody involved. He doesn't care about why the Serpent people are here or what the power is that they're searching for. He wants them dead.
That's fair.
And he's not the smartest. He's leaving that up to the smart people.
Right. How does Maynard?
Maynard?
Yeah, Maynard. How do you feel?
Yeah, Maynard kind of shares the sentiments that Russ has. I don't know if he's quite at the point of wanting to just blow up the Medium building, but I've
What
been
do you mean?
betrayed
Why
by
not?
Caduceus, and I'm trying to find out the critical secret that could completely destroy them. I'm worried that if we tried to blow up the Medium building, that would only just minorly damage Caduceus rather than stop them. But I think it's a cool idea. And I don't want to split up the group at all, so I think blowing up the Medium building is definitely on the table.
Okay, good. Phew.
Lucian?
I thought you were writing it off completely.
Lucian thinks it's on the table too. Lucian wishes that. Well, I'll roleplay it. I do wish that I could get back into Medium's office one more time. I feel like there was a safe there. There was information that could be critical for us to have, but I have no notion of how we might be able to get there and see it.
Russ looks out the window at the spheres, points at them. Would that be helpful? We could just float up to one of the windows and
Ooh. Hadn't
shoot
thought
out
of
a
that.
window and jump in.
That's actually really good. We can just fly in one of those big fancy windows in Medium's office. They're like 12 feet tall.
God, Russ, you're a genius.
Smash it out and just land right in
We
there.
could do that.
It'd be like a heist. It'd be like
Ooh, okay.
Ocean's 3.
Ocean's 1.
Ocean.
First Oceans ever.
Maybe we could talk to Connors, sort of set up some kind of plan, get in, rob Meadham's office, and blow the building at the same time.
He would know, right? He would know where all that stuff would be. He'd know like where the weak points are and what to look out for. That's a good idea.
We definitely need to contact Connors. I want to go over to my place and check on Mrs. Chan. And I think that we might have something valuable that we've overlooked in the library. You think it's safe enough to go downtown and actually like travel by taxi or whatever we're going to do? I wouldn't mind the three of us going down there.
I think as long as we stay to crowds and move about in the daytime, we should be as safe as houses.
Safe as what?
Mm-hmm. Houses.
Safe as houses.
Oh, I've never heard that before.
No.
It's a very common saying in our time. I'm surprised you've never heard that.
Oh, yeah, no, fair enough.
Safe as houses.
Everyone can have 2 more hit points, too, by the way. Natural healing.
Oh.
Great, Gavin.
Wow. Like a 40% increase.
That's so crazy, man.
I feel
How are your
40%
guys
better
still
today.
alive? It's just wild to think of this guy running around.
Maynard, do you think maybe you should go to a hospital?
Yeah, we got the doc here. I'll be all right. I don't know. It's not a bad idea, but hospitals aren't very safe.
What's everybody's sanity currently?
55.
That's pretty good.
62 out of 67. So despite being beat to shit, mentally ironclad.
Yeah, no shit, huh?
29.
Out of what was your top one?
I
Or your
started at
max?
50.
Yeah, honestly, well, Russ to start going fucking insane.
You'd like him to fail a few more rolls?
It's amazing you haven't.
Yeah.
Poor Christopher took a big brunt of that, of the sanity damage at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
There's also a particular occult bookstore that Maynard has frequented in the past and suggests that maybe we pop in there and just peruse and see if we can see anything that we may not have considered in the past.
Okay, so here's the preliminary plan. Bookstore.
Library?
Check.
Yeah.
Library.
The library at my house?
Check.
Is that what you mean?
Check on your neighbor.
Yeah.
Then, I forgot the guy's
Connors.
name already. Connors. Then kill everybody at Caduceus.
Do we need to go to your place at all, Ross?
There's some beans there. No, I'm fine.
Did you leave
I'm
us
fine. I'm fine. No, I appreciate you worried about me, but yeah, I'll be fine.
Oh, I've got one thing. Heathcliff, if you're done making those cucumber sandwiches, come here a moment, please.
Yeah?
That's beautiful to hear your voice. Heathcliff, I've missed it.
What have you been up to this whole time?
Actually, yes, I'm curious. Why don't you let me in on how it's been while we've been gone?
Oh, fuck. I've been worried.
Well, that's not
Just the
unusual.
whole time?
You're always worried. But what specifically?
Well, you're always
has been
fucking off. Nothing. I've been holding down the fort. Fuck off.
Has anybody come around any suspicious activity that we should be concerned about?
He nods. And
Elaborate, Heathcliff.
he says he doesn't know if his mind's playing tricks on him, but he thinks that some of the cars that used to wait out front before have been back lately, and when he describes the cars, you think of it as the Mafia.
Where did we leave off
yeah.
with the Mafia?
I thought we left off just fine.
We went back to
and-
them.
There was a giant smoke monster that they saw and tore apart. Some of the people in there were going a little cuckoo. You met up with the advisor guy who gave you back to staff and then said that you owe us
That's
a
right.
favor.
That's right. So we owe them a favor. That's where it was.
And don't worry,
Shit.
we'll come find you when we need our favor.
Should we go talk to them and just like update them and see if they have any cool information, or like they would have been watching Caduceus this whole time?
I'm not sure
Maybe-
where that fits into the plan I just wrote down.
It's fair. I mean,
But
we are going to get hungry.
I
at
do
some
have
point.
an eraser.
Well, Mrs. Channel
One
have
sec.
fed us, so we don't want to have 2 dinners, but we could maybe like
True.
we could phone for a reservation at that restaurant that we've met them at before and go later on this evening.
That's a good idea.
That's a good idea.
They could help us with the Caduceus plan.
Maybe
they
us
could
with blowing up Caduceus.
provide a diversion or something.
Help us get some hands on some TNT.
Some TNT.
Grenades.
Heathcliff, well, after you've
Shotguns.
dropped us off downtown, if you could do some shopping for me, I would appreciate it.
Go on.
I'm tired of this pea shooter here, and I need another one of those Mausers. Grown quite accustomed to the impact of such a weapon. You could arrange for the procurement of such a pistol again? Well, I would expect it, actually. You're my man. So if you could do that, be
You
great.
know what, Heathcliff? I'd take one of those too. If you're going into town.
He
He's
nods.
definitely going to town. He's driving us downtown.
Ooh. And while you're at it, Heathcliff, like a shotgun? One of those the double-barreled shotguns.
Yes,
Russ, I'm surprised Russ doesn't have a shotgun at home.
No. I'm surprised too, actually, but I don't. Can you get that for me, Heathcliff?
He nods.
Good. Perfect.
Writes down a little shopping list.
In fact, while you're at it, come back with as many arms as you possibly can. Shotguns, rifles, machine guns. Go to that, the army surplus store on 4th.
I don't know if you're just going to buy a machine gun, but I'm sure you can come back with some pistols.
Sometimes they have grenades if it's in season. Could you?
I think grenades are a fall crop.
Pause.
Season.
What time of year?
We're in spring going into summer.
We're in submachine gun season.
The submachine gun season. The grenades are still growing.
They bring them in from South America, somewhere. I don't know.
Grown in the greenhouses. Okay. Are you guys heading downtown right away? You guys probably hit
sleep.
Yeah, I was about to say, you guys probably, you get there, you'd be exhausted.
Eat some cucumber sandwiches.
Yeah, we'll pick it up in the morning. Give you guys another 2 hit points.
Ooh.
Lucian closes his eyes.
Why is he? He's fattening us up for something.
Lucian closes his eyes and he looks down at the first cucumber sandwich and he's like, let it be just dry as dust. No mayonnaise, no butter on it. And how is it? How did Heathcliff do?
It is the driest sandwich you've ever had.
Yes.
He feels relieved and happy that you're back.
You've outdone yourself. These are delicious.
The cucumbers are
in.
paper thin.
You can't even talk. It's so pasty dry.
Just a poof of dust comes out of his mouth.
Just an essence of cucumber. He didn't even put a cucumber on it. Just wiped a cucumber across the bread.
That's
what I want.
Waved it over top.
Just the essence.
Does everybody sleep at Lucian's?
Hell yeah. I am not separating from these motherfuckers right now.
Mm-mm. Should we have a guard on? Oh, Heathcliff can guard. Heathcliff, keep an eye out for us. Thank you.
I've got my gun on me and I'm just sleeping on the couch with a pillow, basically with one eye open tonight. In a room that overlooks the backyard.
Lucian's going to put the scepter back in the safe. He's going to mutter to it quietly as he puts it away.
Where is the safe relative to your sleeping quarters?
Great question.
Down a hall in my office.
Okay. Good to know. Okay, you all go to sleep. And Lucian starts to have a dream of just floating in nothingness, but you hear very quietly and it slowly gets louder. And it is Taranish, your queen mummy. Kind of echoing through, coming for the scepter, coming for, you know what I mean? Like that. Kind of like it's coming from all around you.
My queen. Is that you?
And you wake up to a startle as a portal opens in your room and the dreamer, the queen, the dreaming sorcerer steps through.
My God.
And you just wake up like,
Shit.
and she's standing right in front of you. Her tongue, serpent person with like the scales kind of illuminating off the moonlight through the window. She wears red, like robes of royalty. And her tongue flickers as she kind of like tastes the air. And then she looks down at you.
I fall to my knees out of the bed with my head bowed.
She smiles. Please stand.
Yes, my queen.
You have my scepter.
Yes, of course. I've kept it safe. It's here.
Bring it to me.
Yes, of course. Right away. Lucian pelts off down the hall after thump, 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 thump. Runs to the office door, pulls the door open, over to the safe, thump, 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 thump. Kicks over a chair, madly spinning the dial, getting the combination wrong the first time.
I'm waiting.
And?
The scepter is there.
Yes. Okay. Pull it out, throw the blanket off of it, feel it in my hands, which he hasn't let himself do very often. He just loves the feeling of it in his hand. And he rushes back down the hall. Thump, 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 thump. Back to the room. I have it. It's here.
She's still there. You see her, she's like walking around your room, kind of looking at things curiously. Like picking up some, I don't know what you'd have in your room at your bedroom decor, but she seems very interested in things. And she's constantly like licking the air with her tongue. The scepter. Cool. And she like puts her hands out, like palms up for you to like give it to her and put it in her hands.
I bow my head and I hold it up for her.
You have done well.
He actually, like, it's almost orgasmic to hear her say that.
So it was a wet dream?
You feel a slight pain across your stomach as she quickly, like, slices you across the stomach. And you're like, ugh. And then she holds her hand out and it heals up with snake scales. Ah, yes.
Oh, nice.
No.
Yes.
No. Okay. He's just kind of, he's shocked. But.
She praises you for a while about how good of a job you've done and how you're a loyal servant to her.
He loves it. He's shaking. He feels like he's really cold, but he loves it. He just wants it to go on and on.
The Cobra Crown. She turns to you. Have you heard of it?
Has he heard of it?
You haven't really heard it by name, but you know that there was the box in her tomb.
Yeah.
And you know that Caduceus, Connors has mentioned that they're interested in a crown of some sort.
Mm-hmm.
So you acknowledge that, I suppose.
Not specifically, Your Highness.
It was once worn by the sorcerer kings of the ancient Mu and instilled with great power. She keeps pacing your room, again, curious with things. She stops and she just seems very curious. You must help me find it.
Yes, of course. Of course.
There's a museum in Calcutta.
I'm sorry, wait, Calcutta?
In India.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Mm-hmm.
You think back to the one time where I believe it was when you were trying to get through her, you're trying to control the staff and you had that like snapback at the mafia and you went like through her eyes for a minute. You remember that?
Oh, yeah.
And a lot of the sense
through in
a market in India.
Yeah.
So it's like she tells you, like, I've been searching. A museum is said to have had it, but I need your help. Will you help me? Will you help me get the crown?
Of course. Yes.
Let me think here. How would she word this? Rose Meadham. You have met her?
That bitch. He spits.
She smiles and her little tongue flickers. kill her.
Yes.
Caduceus, kill them all.
Yes.
Russ smiles in his sleep.
See, she's on our side, guys. She's one of the good guys.
Bring me the crown, and the gate to Mu will be open, and
then
we will put an
we
end
can
to both.
Destroy our enemies. I'm sorry, I spoke over you. I'm sorry.
She reaches out her hand and puts it on your head. And you feel
Please
like...
don't let my head turn into a snake head. Please don't let my head turn.
Scales begin to form. No, she... you just feel yourself like almost like a flood of knowledge coming. Like thoughts overwhelming your head.
Okay.
Can you roll a d20?
I sure can. Blow the dust off it. We don't use a D20 in this system very much.
I know, right?
Come out. All right, here we go. D20 roll. That's a 5.
She seems disappointed that you rolled the 5. But
Mike, you're supposed to lie. How many times
plus
do I tell
5
you to
to
lie?
your...
The dice tell their story.
Plus 5
No,
to...
you don't. You do.
To mythos.
What?
Plus 5 to mythos.
Oh, could have been so much better.
Wow.
Could have been so much
And
better.
roll...
Maynard gets jealous in his sleep.
And roll a d10.
Okay. A 1.
And plus 1 to language Nakal.
Dave's even looking at you like, just don't lie to me. I don't care.
Sad clown.
No, don't lie. I'm just kidding.
You better
It's
be
not good.
kidding. I'm gonna start
Kinda kidding.
doubting your rolls.
No, I'm honest.
The news of the crown will be known soon, and Caduceus and Rose will head to India as well.
We'll
Look-
beat them there. We have spheres. We can travel incredibly fast.
Just look out for them and find me the crown.
And once it's found, where will you be?
I will find you.
Will you come to me again?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. And she gives you like a little like her hand like down your face and off your chin, and then like
And I
Yes.
get another D20 for Mythos?
no.
Oh, fuck.
There's a little bit of disappointment in her face that you can only absorb that much and take it from her. But she says that she'll find you and that you've been an excellent servant of Tyranesh. And she goes through the portal and the portal closes. And you just find yourself alone in your room. And it's quiet. You just hear Russ snoring downstairs.
Saunders passes out. He literally like falls face down on the floor with a tremendous slam.
Okay. All right, you wake to Heathcliff shaking you.
What? Heathcliff, what is it?
Your mattress is soaking wet. Why are you on the floor?
Well, I don't know. Wait a second. Yes, I do. I do know. Heathcliff, I know.
He's brought you a bowl of cornflakes with no milk. Just tepid, lukewarm water on the bottom of the bowl.
Delicious, but there's no time. Cast it, smash it into the wall, smash. Cornflakes everywhere. Russ, Maynard, to me! Awake! Awake!
Look over
You
at
hear
Maynard,
that? You wake
kind of
up to a
slowly
crash.
Get up.
And then Lucian
Oh, God.
yelling.
Here we
Maynard
go.
slowly rubs his eyes.
Maynard,
Here we
Russ,
go.
awake! Get up! Get up!
Just
All right.
when we thought we had a plan, Maynard.
Yeah. I wander over to the dock and I look at him kind of confused and is like, why are pajamas so crusty there, bud?
Yeah, there's no need to wander over. I'm standing right over top of you. What? There's no time to discuss my pajamas or not right now. Listen, I've had a visit, a visitation from the dreamer herself, Tyranesh. She came to me last night. She told me what we must do. She praised us for our efforts.
Oh, that explains the pajamas.
All right, relax about the pajamas. This is deadly serious. Listen, forget all
What
your
did she
plans. Russ, your
What?
meaningless schedule of trivial events.
But I thought I was helping and being part of the...
Yes, well, I know. We were all trying to help, but I'm telling you right now, we have an ally. She agrees. We have to return her to her rightful place, and the world will be better. It will be a brighter future for everyone. And the way to do it lies in Calcutta. Calcutta, Maynard.
I grab a hold of Saunders by the
Not making any
scruff of
sense.
his pajamas and I slap him across the face a couple
What?
times. Get a hold of yourself,
Damn
man.
it. Let go.
Get a hold of yourself.
I am a hold of myself. I've never been
I'm
more
going
a
to
hold of
kill
myself.
every single serpent person I see,
That's fine. We will. We'll kill all of them in Calcutta. I'm telling
including your queen mummy.
you. No, don't be ridiculous. She wants to help, Russ.
I let go of him, walk over to the window and stare out at the window.
Listen, man,
at
the adventure path
spheres.
is called the two-headed serpent, not the three-headed serpent.
Heathcliff comes in with breakfast for everybody, and he throws down the morning newspaper. And on the cover of the paper, it talks about devastating tsunamis like they've never seen, wiping out the coast of Europe, killing hundreds and hundreds of people, destroying coastlines, devastating towns, and one of the worst natural disasters that's ever been recorded. Everyone make a sanity check for me.
Oh my.
Okie dokie.
65 on the dice, which is just over my sanity.
I saved.
Can we use luck on sanity, or do we say no to that?
It's a no to
You
that.
can use
you can
it.
use it to
Oh.
half the damage, but you can't use it on your
Yeah.
roll itself.
Oh, okay.
I made
I
it.
failed.
I made it.
1229.
Elton Congo.
See, sometimes rolling low is good.
Yeah, that was a good roll, actually.
Just not when I'm being given blessings of Tyrannish.
Saunders is
I'm sorry.
unhinged right
There isn't
now.
even a roll for this. This is just your sanity loss. You see,
Oh, okay.
yeah, you see the cover of the paper and realize all the death and destruction. Like, you destroyed the laboratory, destroyed the facility, which is a good thing. That grants everyone +2 sanity.
Mhm.
Okay.
But the destruction and the aftermath, everyone loses 4 sanity.
Ouch.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
There's a room just.
Heroes.
I picture the room just getting quiet.
A lot of collateral damage.
You know,
Tons of collateral
Saunders
damage.
isn't loud and screaming anymore. We're just kind of like somberly thinking about all the people that Maynard killed.
Excuse me?
Lucian
That I killed? You think I'm responsible for this?
Lucian picks up the newspaper and throws it at them and says, "Listen, the two of you, I want you to pay deadly attention to me right now. This is not an adventure. This is a war for the future of the entire planet. We have to
Yeah.
take a side, damn it. And there are 3 sides, and we know that Caduceus is awful and terrible, and the Inner Knight know better. There is one ally in
interesting.
this, Tyrannish. She hates them more than we do. She told me last night, kill them all, kill all of Caduceus.
Oh, really?
If we can restore her to power, she will help end this war. Humankind will live on, in peace.
Okay, enough with your dramatics, Saunders. You had me at kill all of Caduceus.
Excellent. All right then.
That's mostly because it already aligned with your previous preference, though, don't you
It
think?
did.
Yeah.
It did, clearly.
But yeah, I mean, if we kind of think we could trust Tyrannish, we're probably in a good place. She seems the most trustworthy. I mean,
An ancient serpent person sorcerer turns out to be the friend.
yeah, I don't know.
Listen, I'm a good person. Have I steered you wrong? No. She has touched my soul. I only wish she could have touched both of yours. Perhaps if you can meet her, you will feel the same way. If I could call her to you, I would.
I'm just saying,
she's dangerous.
Fool me once, shame on you, but fool me twice, shame on... Yeah.
Heathcliff Asa.
Exactly what Maynard just said, Saunders. Exactly.
Your golden scepter. Okay. Where is it?
Oh, I gave it to her. She came asking for it, so I gave it to her.
You just gave it to her?
Yes, of course. We need her to regain her power if she's to end
this. It's our only leverage over the Serpent people.
Oh, stop. We didn't have any leverage over the Serpent people at all.
We did. Now we don't.
Our only hope is to find these artifacts, return Tyrannish to power.
Did you get anything in return?
Oh, I received the blessings of Tyrannish, of course. My Nakal language skills have increased dramatically.
What is Maynard? What is Maynard?
Would she would use the scepter for anything? Why did she need it back?
She needs to regain her powers, of course, Maynard. She said that she's going to end this war. She's going to save us all from Caduceus and from the Inner Night.
So the scepter gives her power. The crown gives her more power, which will unlock Mu.
Yes, of course.
Right?
That's right.
And we're just hoping that she doesn't use that power to destroy or enslave humanity.
Well, and why would she? I mean, humanity's doing a balmy good job, I should say.
All right. Fingers crossed, I suppose. We just need to find a way
to live in peace. I mean, the alternative is what? I mean, the alternative is we view her as an enemy too, and then the three of us are just going to somehow stop these three different forces from existing at all. You plan to kill Tyrannish?
Good point.
You plan to destroy all of Caduceus? A global network of...
Our list of friends is quite short, and it includes a serpent person sorceress and the New York mob, so...
And don't forget about the chain smoker.
Yeah, Connors. We can trust Connors. He is our best friend, I would say.
Now listen, she said that we have to make to Calcutta with all haste. She said that Caduceus and Inner Night are on their way there next. We must beat them there.
Calcutta with all haste.
What about the bookstore and the library? And Maynard's neighbor? Maynard?
We really should check on Mrs. Chan. I mean, the last time we were in New York, the mob had been completely manipulating her and had installed one of their own people as my new handyman.
My God, man, if we don't get to Calcutta now, Mrs. Chan will be a snake person in no time.
But she'll have a hot meal ready to go for us. We could go down there. We could chill out for a little bit. We could get some information.
If you guys feel time is a factor, you can always split up and do tasks. It's not D&D. You can split the party.
Okay, we'll run downtown. We'll pick up guns. We'll check the maps. We'll go to the bookstore. You go to Calcutta and
get the crown. Meet us back in time for dinner at the Italian restaurant.
Perfect.
It's perfect.
Sounds excellent. Excellent plan.
There we go.
We'll do that. No, don't be ridiculous. All three of us must go, or none at all. And that's
to the restaurant. I know.
Listen, if you two are dead
kill
set,
Caduceus.
Yes. If you two are dead set on these tasks, then I understand, and we'll go. We'll only take a few hours. We'll get that done. But I think we can skip the mob. If we
stay for one day, we might be able to blow up the Caduceus building and disappear to Calcutta, and they'd be looking for us here.
What she did say is that the news will break soon about this museum claiming to have the Cobra Crown, and that's when they will find out. So it seems that she was hinting that because she's in India, she knows ahead of time, and news hasn't quite reached New York, you know what I mean? So you might have a little bit of time.
Why doesn't she just get it herself, Saunders? Why does she need us? Why does she need you?
Well, undoubtedly, there are...
You're a patsy.
Magical barriers that prevent her from doing so. I don't know.
She just warped into your room.
Well, yes. Okay, so to your point.
She warp into the museum.
Why did she warp into my room? Why? She could warp. She could open up that safe, without any difficulty. She could take the scepter. She could go to Calcutta and get it herself. The fact that she's seeking
She's
our
playing you.
help.
No, she's playing you.
Stop it. Don't be ridiculous.
Yeah, maybe once your metamorphosis is complete, then you become her slave.
Lucian touches his stomach with his eyes wide open suddenly. He remembers.
Is it just me, or are you like 15% more serpent this morning?
Don't be ridiculous.
He seems
I'm
like it.
no more serpent than I was yesterday.
You're kind of lisping your words a
slimy.
little bit.
You're lisping.
I am not. Even suggest such a thing to an Englishman, speaker of the Lord's English, King's English, and the true English. Come, let's complete your.
What do you say? We got a day of tasks
let's complete
ahead of us. Can you?
Let's complete your tasks and then on to Calcutta.
All right, I like it. I think that's a good plan. Okay, so first we were going to go to the bookstore, right? And then Heathcliff is going to buy guns while we're in the bookstore.
Yes, and then we are going to
Correct.
walk to your apartment, right? I think from the bookstore.
Yeah, it's only 3 blocks.
That's right.
Okay. And then where's Heathcliff supposed to meet you after he gets his guns? It might take him a little while. I
Yeah,
assume
he'll pick us up at our house because we need to go to Mrs. Chan's. She'll sit us down and feed us. That'll take half an hour, 45 minutes. And then we're going to go to my place and check the library. We're bringing all the maps that we found with us.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're bringing everything with us, but...
Yeah, bringing everything from my apartment as well that might have any value. So I'll tell Heathcliff to get the shopping done and then meet us back at Maynard's apartment later. And if we're not there yet, just wait outside until we get there.
Before we leave the house, I'm going to phone the Italian restaurant where we met the mob before.
Okay.
And I'm going to make a reservation for 4, not saying any of our names, but letting them know that we're the former friends of a agency that her friends were working with. I'm assuming it was a woman on the phone for some reason.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, the lady who kind of runs like the front part of the deli.
There was a lady that
Yeah.
saw us in last time,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. I assume she was answering the phone.
Yeah, 100%. Okay.
She
I was
knew.
just going to go into the... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, that's it. You go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, Russ goes into the shed in the backyard and rummages around looking for like a hacksaw.
Are the
Stuffs it in his trench coat.
are the vehicles still there while you're out there?
Yeah, everything looks like you left it.
Yeah, he tucks in the canvas tarp a little tighter. And then he throws some more leaves on top.
Leaves in the garden shed.
If Maynard was to kind of poke around in Lucian's house and peek out the windows down the roads and stuff, are there any suspicious, painting vehicles or any other mob-like looking vehicles that are just sitting around and keeping an eye on us?
Oh, make me a little roll ski for me.
Oh, okay. Rolled a 23. My luck is 34.
What about your spot hidden or whatever it is?
Oh, that's
super high, isn't it?
Yeah, he's eagle eyes.
super high. Yeah, that is a hard success.
Okay, yeah, no, you feel
3-1.
you feel pretty
Go ahead.
confident that there's no one staking you out, nothing suspicious. You feel pretty good.
Confident, eh? Huh. I was considering burning the luck to make that.
No,
extreme
don't have to.
success.
You're good. You're good.
Okay. Well, Maynard takes a few minutes to clean himself up and trims his mustache, has an extra cigarette, and deems himself ready to go.
Lucian changes everybody's bandages, and I can provide more medicine before we go because it's a new day.
Oh, thank you.
47.
Is there a mechanic?
It's not really a new day kind of thing. It's like a per wound kind of deal.
Okay.
Is it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. You can double check that for me, and if I'm wrong, feel free to make a roll.
Is there a mechanic in this game where Maynard could use any of his kind of like occult connections in the city, or find some sort of other type of healing, or like, is there anything that I can do that I'm not already doing to get myself some more hit points?
You can go to a hospital. You know, like straight up checked in and be under hospital care.
Would there be a chance that I could find something underground? Or I do live in Chinatown and have some connections? Is there a chance I could find something that's maybe off the books, or a veterinarian?
A veterinarian, a little alternate medicine?
Yeah.
Is that what they call the vet?
No, I said or a veterinarian.
Interesting. Huh. How would you rule that if you were the keeper? Make a roll of some sort for it? What would you make?
I do have a strong occult skill, which I thought maybe I could find some sort of like super alternative healing. I could. That's about all I got, unless I'm going to spot hidden on a covert hospital in the middle of the city.
If you can make a good luck roll, I don't see it as occult to find an alternative medicine kind of deal, but you can make
That's fair.
a luck roll, but it's going to have to be a pretty good one.
Okay, I'm in the right ballpark here. I rolled a 13, under 34,
Oh, that's not bad.
and I'm willing to burn some luck to make it as good as.
I don't know if you can burn luck on a luck.
Does that make sense? I'm out of luck.
Okay, here's what I'll do. I'll let you, because you did complete, you succeeded on your roll, but it would be something tough. So if you spend the time, and it's going to take a while to go searching and find something, I'll let you find something and get another first aid roll. But that would mean that's what your character's doing.
Okay, that's not a priority, and I'm needed for the library check, so I'm going to stick with the guys and get dropped off at the bookstore.
Okay.
I was looking for...
So Heathcliff drops you guys off, and then he goes off to go to a hunting shop.
I was double checking medicine rules, and yeah, you're right. Bummer. I gotta wait until there's a new injury, and then I can treat it. But we do get 2 hit points for sleeping the night.
I think he gave.
I
us
already
that
gave it to you.
actually.
Yeah.
God damn it.
I had a little nap in the car.
I give him some morphine.
Okay, so Heathcliff drops you guys off. You guys hang out. It doesn't seem like anyone's tailing you. You guys, it's I assume you go out in the morning. It's a normal, busy morning in New York, so there's people everywhere, and it's just a normal day.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Okay.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Belly's full
perfect.
of dry cornflakes and weak tea.
Weak tea, and I guess if the guys wanted to put some milk on there, they would have had the skim water milk.
Oh, there's no
Did
milk.
you pick the cornflakes back up off the floor, or?
Absolutely not. Like a fresh.
Oh, gross. Okay, you guys are at this. Who's familiar with this bookstore? Whose contact is this? This Maynard here with his weirdo.
Yeah, we're looking for Gustav. He's owned this bookshop for a number
Gustav,
of years.
Thank you. What kind of?
Yeah.
What's Gustav like?
Yeah. What kind of
he's
accent does Dave have
yeah.
to do here?
Austrian.
No, he's
Yeah,
third generation New York. They're just keeping the family going. The
But
family name.
he is a German, German heritage. But yeah, he's been in New York for a long time. He inherited the bookshop from his father. He knew my grandfather well. They've been there for a long time. He's a single dude. He celebrates German holidays by wearing lederhosen at work. I don't know if today happens to be a German
Maybe.
holiday
I hope so.
or not, but that's fairly common. He likes a good beer, bit of a Pilsner guy. I think that's a German beer.
Okay, yeah, you roll in.
Okay. We walk in, I greet him warmly, and I shake his hand, and I do like a two-handed handshake, and then I grab him on the shoulder and keep shaking his hand, and then grab him by the elbow, and we sort of do this awkwardly long, very
He's
familiar
head to toe.
handshake thing. He loves
He's
it.
in his what is it? Lederhosen?
Later.
He's in his lederhosen, and he's half drunk already.
Oh, I wish him a happy Oktoberfest or whatever the appropriate.
Yeah, no, I'll have to
Term
Google.
would be.
Can it be
What
May
is
Day?
Springtime.
May Day?
Yeah.
Der Ester Mai.
Yeah,
May
sure.
1st. Yeah, it's May Day.
Perfect.
I wish him a happy Esther Mai and ask him if we could join him in a drink of celebration.
Oh, yeah, of course. He is a beer. I don't know how he fucking talks.
That was perfect. exactly how
Exactly how he
Gustav talks. Yeah. All right. Well, we smash giant German beer steins together
big
in
stein?
a big cheers, and they splash everywhere, and beer goes into everyone's glass.
Oh, wow.
And Maynard
Bookstore,
slams his all the way
He
down.
slams his too.
What the hell?
Yeah, definitely. Why are you here?
Well, we need to do some research.
Oh, on what?
We're looking for information on, and I give him the names Tarnish, Saguthwa, and I can't remember the other one.
Did you say
No,
Yig
jeez.
and Yig.
Did you say Tarnish or Tyrannish?
Tyrannish. Of course I said
How dare
Tyrannish.
you stay her name in vain?
Okay, so now it would be would it be a library roll or an occult roll? What are you trying to decipher that you don't already know about these?
I'm not necessarily trying to decipher anything. What I'm trying to find is like lost histories that we've overlooked on the Serpent people. I'm hoping that there's some sort of ancient writing about what powers them or what they're looking for or something like that. So I thought by looking for their names, I'd be able to track something down. I think there's a pretty good case that I could use either occult or library, or I could try... I don't know. I feel like right now I'm using my library skill because I'm looking for them. But if I was to how would I use an occult check to find out more about these guys?
I like it. I think you've explained it pretty well. Come on, Dave.
Dave hasn't
Toss
said
him a
no.
bone.
Roll it.
No, I definitely haven't said no. I'm just trying to figure out what I can
Take your time. I'll be right
I
back.
can tell you that you don't already know.
I do not like how Saunders is obsessed with the Queen Mummy.
You know what's funny? I don't
could-
love it either, but I love role playing. It is fun as
Yeah,
shit.
no, it's good. But I hate, I feel like Russ just hates that.
Is Russ?
Could we maybe...
Has it ever went through Russ's
He doesn't
head
like
that he
when
might have to
people,
kill Lucian?
Yeah, totally. He's already thought about how he would do it too.
Where's the
Why are you
inner
going to kill
monologue?
Lucian? I
Where's the
missed
inner
that.
monologue?
There's 12 different versions of his death. That
He doesn't like how close he is to Queen Mummy.
Mm.
No, he doesn't like it. He doesn't like it seeing someone so blindly obedient and trusting of someone so powerful.
I feel like our characters, like us playing them and not having to actually look at Lucian while he slowly transforms into a certain person is allowing us to tolerate him more than we normally would.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't imagine Russ likes that part either.
No.
You guys need me to open doors for you. Literally.
That's true. Okay, make your roll for me there, Maynard.
Library?
Your choice. I'm happy either way.
I rolled a 14 on my library check.
Yes.
is
It's
good.
under, right?
Yes, it sure is. Where is
Nice.
library? Oh, that's right on an extreme success. F, yes.
Wow.
F, yes. Okay, so you find a lot of stuff that you already know about the history of the two organizations and how, they went against each other, what they're diametrically opposed to. One wants to destroy, one wants to enslave. I'm trying to think of what more I can give you that you don't already know. You had an excellent roll. So is there any specific questions or any specific...
Okay.
How do you kill the Queen Mummy?
You shut your damn mouth.
Russ doesn't say that.
I suppose you come across the Cobra Crown and the Scepter and those stories and about how apparently the ancient sorcerer kings of ancient Mu would wear the crown and use the scepter, and together they do harness great power.
Okay, I'm going to take that information and I'm going to start cross-referencing the items, the artifacts of this, the scepter and the crown, with the location of Mu, and the location as a separate search of Calcutta, and see if I can find like maybe an archaeology site that connected the artifact styles or something like that. I do have an archaeology skill that I could try, where maybe there's a connection in the science of the archaeology where there's other sites that we wouldn't have learned of before.
Okay.
Maynard, does it say anything about what they would do with those powers?
What?
Like any specifics?
What you find is the same thing when it talks about Mu being like it's the forgotten continent. It used to be part of this world, and then it's gone now, and they're trying to, and you know that they're trying to race to get to it. What you find is in all the lore is that there are guardians that are guarding the gate, and that's why you can't get to Mu. They will destroy anything that tries to get there. And what the crown and the scepter does together is harnesses, it gives you the power to get past the guardians, to control the guardians, allow access to the forgotten continent. That's what you find that these things do. Now you also find that the continent, and you think of this when you are seeing maps in various places, that there always seems to be marks off the coast of Brazil, I believe it is. And that seems to be where the continent was last seen. Off the southeast coast. Near sort of Sao Paulo, off of Santos. You find out things about that. You also find, what's the Gustav? Is that his name?
Yeah.
He comes over to you when he perks up when he hears about the Cobra Crown, and you guys are flipping through things, and he's getting a little bit more drunk as he goes. And he does. Let me find the right page here. That he talks about how. I thought I heard about that name, the Cobra Crown. Now I'm fucking mixing up Heathcliff with everything. I don't know what the. He starts to write notes, so I don't have to do an accent.
Beer. It's the Mayday beer.
It's my Scottish comes out of it. He talks about how that there is the India Museum in Calcutta, that apparently it's going to hit the wire soon, and he's heard this through rumors that they have found someone who has discovered the Cobra Crown, and it will be publicly put on display at the India Museum. It doesn't give a timeline, but it talks about how they're basically announcing it. We found that it's going to be awesome. We're going to display it.
That's fantastic information. Thank you so much, Gustav. Okay, so she sent us to Calcutta with all haste, and the crown is going to be in Calcutta. Is that what she said?
Yeah, that's what we're
to
going
go
to
there to get the crown?
She said.
Yeah. Okay.
But now we know they're going to be putting it on display. Should be a perfect time to heist it.
Heist it.
No,
Ocean's 3.
Don't you see? This is terrible. If your man Gustav already knows about this, then certainly Caduceus and Deanna Knight are going to know about it, even if it hasn't hit the wires yet.
Yeah, but they didn't roll a 14 on a library.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Gustav knows. Who's Gustav? Who are you, Gustav?
Hey. Gustav is a renowned archaeologist and thrice published author of ancient artifact books. This whole section right here. Yes.
He looks very proud.
And a follower of Indian news items, right?
And Gustav, man, it's good to know. All right. So you guys spend like an hour or two digging through stuff, drinking with Gustav, and you find out this information. There really isn't much more I can tell you that you don't already know. If you have any other questions, I'll try to answer them, but...
Well, I think this has been valuable. Look how it confirms what I told you about how if Tyrannish, the Great Queen, gains this crown, then she will also be able to access the ancient hidden land of Mu and end this conflict once and for all.
You're delusional, Saunders.
Now, Russ, if only you could hear it from her own... I was going to say lips, but not really mouth.
Ah, bollocks. You walked
Gustav.
away.
How dare you say bollocks?
Oh yeah, he turns to you. He turns while Russ and Lucian are arguing.
Is there any chance that you have plans for the Meadham building?
He shakes his head no.
No? All right. You've been very helpful. It's fantastic to see you, my friend.
Likewise.
Does he suggest
Nice.
another beer
That's
as we
hilarious.
try to leave?
No, you feel he wants it all to himself.
We will leave you in peace. Happy May Day.
Yeah, he nods and slams back another one and wishes you good luck. And if you need anything else, I'll be closed by noon because I'll be drunk, but I'll be open tomorrow.
Okay.
And he wishes you adieu. Adieu.
Thank you so much. Adieu. Okay, we start wandering through the streets of New York. It's 3 blocks to my house. I take us past a little shop on the way, and I stop and buy some specific ingredients that Mrs. Chan is always using that she loves when I pick up for her. So I go and grab a few things, just this sausage that she likes and
The preserved
spices.
Chinese sausage, yeah, and the 5 spice.
right.
Okay, yeah, stuff
Yeah.
that you know she likes.
Yeah. And then we head to my place.
Okay.
We go into my place first.
Into your apartment?
Yeah.
Okay. Everything seems to be the
I
same.
have my hand on my gun
Mm-hmm.
and
So
I
it's
move
Lucy.
around my apartment very cautiously.
Yeah,
Clear-
Russ is
clearing
keeping
the room.
his like the lookout over the stairwell.
Okay, no, you're there's no one in your apartment. Your building is quiet.
Too quiet.
It's pretty quiet.
There's a family of
quiet.
like 12 Italians living 1 floor below us. How much noise are they making?
Oh, a family of 12 Italians. Okay, perhaps it is not quiet. Your upstairs area is unusually quiet.
Right. In like the birds aren't even chirping kind of way.
Do you have birds upstairs?
No, but the window wouldn't have been open because I was way always quiet in my place. It's just me. And it's
What's
huge.
this place look like? Are there any like papers in the wrong spot or?
No, this place is pretty good. It seems normal.
It's the usual organized chaos of papers and books
Yeah.
sort of strewn about and books all over the coffee table and unfinished cups of coffee.
Yeah, I would think so.
Russ is gonna like lean back on the couch, take a break.
Okay. Yeah.
Make yourself at home, fellas. I'm going to go next door for a second.
Okay. You
Lucian's gonna sit and leaf through some of the materials that he brought from his own apartment that he hasn't looked at in a while.
okay? What do you?
Scribbling some updated drawings of trolls and some of the creatures that they've seen.
So Saunders, what color were her eyes? The queen.
You know, it's interesting, Russ. I don't honestly remember. They were flashing brightly. She
Oh,
kept
wow.
saying over and over how proud she was of us and how heroic our efforts had been.
I don't know if
I
it's
mean,
a.
she said my efforts, but really, I know that she
I was about to say, yeah, if it's a detail, I don't know if Lucian. It was specifically
Was she,
you.
like,
she was praising.
Tall or? She like tall?
very tall, statuesque,
Sure.
beautiful.
Oh yeah! Wow.
Serpent.
Like, did she have hair?
Skin.
Did she have like serpent hair or like? What was she wearing?
Well, there's a
Was she naked?
There's a serpentine nature, I will admit, to her visage, but it's so striking, so otherworldly, so It's majestic, really, is what it is. Majestic is the adjective to use.
She sounds pretty hot, eh?
No, it's far beyond anything like that. She's like, well, she's a royal. I wouldn't expect you to understand. It's not like seeing your president or anything like that. But if the king himself were in the room, you would certainly feel that same sense of authority, majesty.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. You are hook, line, and sinker in love with this queen
It
mummy.
is not like that at all,
Saunders.
Russ.
You think she's a babe, don't you?
No, I definitely do not think
Yeah, you do.
No.
Look at you. You actually blush.
I'm
Saunders.
ignoring you now. This
Holy
is me
jeez.
ignoring you.
And it's obvious because you're so pale. And I can...
Maynard comes back in at this point with a stack of papers in his hand, and he's like, I forgot. Here's all the maps and stuff that we collected. The library is through there, and I just point to a door on the left.
Maynard, you have some stuff that you've taken from Caduceus. Some of their... you stole some scrolls. You've got some shit. So there's some stuff to look through for sure for Lucian that you do find quite fascinating.
Okay, I put it all on the table. I actually walk it right into the library room. It's quite a nice, spacious reading room with a few chairs.
Nice big desk.
Great big desk, and a couple of tables in the corner, and it's got one of those slidey ladder things.
Oh, nice.
With about 9 shelves of books all the way around.
Lucian takes the opportunity to turn his back on Russ and walk away into the library
It's a fascinating library too.
And read.
There's one prominent thing that you'll notice is it has draped over it is a sort of innocuous black sheet, but if you did peek under there, there's a beautiful standing table with a actual crystal ball.
Oh wow. Yeah, Lucian, I imagine, is quite marveled by this room. So
he's impressed.
So Maynard, you get them, I don't know, busy, occupied, and you head across the hall?
Yeah. That's right, yeah.
Okay.
I grab the groceries that I bought, and I go knock on Mrs. Chan's door.
Okay, she answers the door. You smell the smell of soup.
Excellent. I give her a big hug. I say hello.
She gives you a big hug back. Yep, same thing.
Yeah.
Yep, super excited.
She invites me in as normal.
100%. She lets you in. She tells you to sit down. Come, sit down. I have your favorite soup. What's your favorite soup that she makes?
It's a duck soup. I can't pronounce the name of it.
Okay.
It's delicious.
Do you smell it? It's the duck soup. Oh yeah, no. So she gets a bowl for you, and she gets you down at the table. Can I get a spot hidden from you?
Sure. Sounds bad.
Just
It doesn't sound good.
That's a 48 under 79.
okay.
Not a hard success, but a success nonetheless.
Okay. For sure, she takes the groceries from you and she unpacks them. She thanks you for them. Makes the, how did you know I needed some sausage? Oh, you're always thinking of me. She, her usual friendly self. She gets you a nice big bowl of soup, puts it down in front of you. You take crackers or anything?
Excellent. Yeah. I love some saltines in there. I tell her that I've missed her and I've been thinking about her. I ask her how she's been doing. What's going on around here?
Well, things are well. No new handyman.
Okay.
But no, things are well. Things are well.
Have you had trouble finding someone?
I've interviewed a couple, but nothing. I think that will work.
And how have you been?
I've been well.
Yeah.
Eat the soup. Enjoy. You look hurt.
So I am a little bit hurt. It's been a bit of a rough week. Just in Maynard's inner monologue, he's sort of questioning things. Usually they've had an interesting long relationship and they sort of co-run this building together, which has a couple businesses downstairs.
Right.
And she would kind of give me the rundown and complain about the Italians downstairs being too noisy and sort of go through her usual routine. Did that strike me as typical today?
Oh, very interesting. What's the Cthulhu equivalent of an insight check again?
It is psychoanalysis or psychology. I think.
Oh, that'd be psychology then, huh?
A psychology check? Big money, no whammies. Oh, that is good. That's a 1.
A 0-1.
A 0-1.
Okay, so
Whoa.
before I answer your questions, anything out of the ordinary you're doing? You're sitting down, you're conversing with her, having the soup. Does she get you anything to
I
drink?
have not eaten the soup.
Okay.
I've been too busy asking her questions.
Okay.
And I've just been trying to observe the room. If I'm being completely honest, Maynard expects that something has gone wrong on the home front and feels like we're all in danger here.
Okay.
And so I'm on edge and I'm trying to suss out what the problem
Your
is.
spidey senses are going off that something isn't right. You're 0-1, you can't exactly tell what, but something's not right. Well, it's a 0-1, that's a fucking good roll.
It's amazing, really.
You feel like she is trying to rush you to have your soup.
Trying to rush me like she wants me out of there?
You don't know. She's trying to rush you to have the soup. So you look sore.
She's eating soup, right?
Have the soup. She's not eating soup. She's unpacking the groceries
She's
right now.
not eating soup.
You probably already
Well,
finished
as much as I have my suspicions, I would never turn down her soup on a normal day. So to keep things normal, I'm going to start eating the soup.
No.
Wow.
Okay. You start eating the soup and she stops unpacking the groceries and comes over to the table and starts like watching you. You take a few spoonfuls of the soup and it doesn't taste the same. Something is off. You go to stand up and you feel weak in the legs and you fall down to one knee and your vision gets a little blurry. And as you look up, you see a door to her bedroom open and Rose Meadham walks in. And we'll see you next time.
No.
God damn it,
Why
Maynard.
would you eat the soup?
Yeah, you
rolled a
fucking
1.
idiot.
Thank you for listening to another episode from Actual Play Entertainment. Please rate us, review us, and subscribe. If you liked what you just heard, give us 5 stars and tell your friends. If you didn't like it, then tell your enemies. You'll show them. And for more information and content, visit actualplayentertainment.com.
Hey, I'm role playing here.